Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We are going to start with some transfer news. Talking about Raphinha, it has been reported by Fabrizio Romano that Barcelona are in advanced talks to sign the 45 million euro rated winger. We are going to be discussing much on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Atletico Madrid João Felix, it has been reported that Barcelona will face a lot of complications if they try to pursue the Atletico Madrid superstar. We are going to be looking at that as well. Thirdly, talking about Gerard Piqué, who recently had an interview where he spoke about many important topics, spoke about Man United, Alex Ferguson, Cristiano Ronaldo going to jail, and Barca return. We are going to be discussing on all what he had to say. Then lastly, talking about Ronald Araujo, as it has been reported that Barcelona will not improve on their 4 million euro salary offer for the 23-year-old defender. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, give the video a like, and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca! Barca! A recent update from Fabrizio Romano, speaking on Gerard Romero's Twitch channel, has confirmed that negotiations between Barcelona and Raphinha are in very advanced stage. As of today, however, Leeds United have not received any bid from the Catalan management. Barcelona have been in touch with the player through his agent Deco, a former Barca midfielder himself, and any possibility of striking a potential deal has been in pipeline since February. However, it must be noted that the winger will only arrive if a certain Ousmane Dembele departs. As for Raphinha, it was understood that the Brazilian was a subject of interest in Barcelona's failed 35 million euros bid last month. So in order to persuade the Premier League club, the team from Catalonia were willing to add Oscar Mingueza, but a recent upturn in Dembele's fortune might see Barcelona pulling out of the deal altogether. Now, it must be remembered that Raphinha had two release clauses in his contract. First, a 75 million euros release clause worth which will stay intact if Leeds United manage to survive relegation. If not, the value will come down to 25 million euros. Speaking to Radio Marca, however, Leeds sporting director Victor Orta refuted all those claims regarding the aforementioned prices. In fact, he clarified that there are no such buyout clauses in his contract. Going by his words the other day, he said, "By the way, Raphinha does not have a clause if we stay in the Premier League. In that sense, the player and I have looked each other in the face and, with the help of his people, we have said how there is only one goal, and that is to save Leeds United," he added. Then on to the next story of discussion. Any attempt of Barcelona trying to push for Atletico Madrid's João Felix will involve a lot of complications, says transfer market specialist Fabrizio Romano on Gerard Romero's Twitch stream. Barcelona's interest in signing Felix isn't really a new proposition, to say the very least. Earlier, it was confirmed that Barcelona did try their luck during Antoine Griezmann's transfer, but the Rojiblancos were simply not interested in any kind of a swap. And that certainly wasn't the only instance when Barcelona showed interest in acquiring the Portuguese. In fact, the team has made as many as 3 attempts to land the young forward in the past, only to miss out on their target on every occasion. Their very first attempt was during the 2019 summer transfer window when Felix had just won the Golden Boy Award. Atletico, however, engineered a clever move under Barcelona's understanding by simply agreeing to pay 127.2 million euros in installments. Felix didn't really have a great start to his new life in Spain under Diego Simeone, and Barcelona were ready to bring him on loan. Atleti's instant rejection, however, collapsed the deal right away. Barcelona knocked on Atletico's door once again in 2021 when Griezmann was closing on his return. Barcelona president Joan Laporta proposed a straight swap deal between Griezmann and Felix, but the Madrid-based team were more than willing to pay the 40 million euro fee as part of the obligatory buy option. Laporta's public admiration for Felix explains Barca's interest hasn't really dried out. The only problem that remains is Atletico's reluctance to do the business and the fact that the youngster has a whopping 350 million euros worth of release clause, which was inserted upon agreeing to a 7-year deal back in 2019. Then on to the next story of discussion. Coming through La Masia as a teenager, Gerard Piqué could not shake starting spot with Carlos Puyol, Gabriel Milito, and Rafael Marquez as the first choice centre-backs. Eventually, he made the tough decision to move to Manchester United in 2004 as a 17-year-old. It was a precarious call, graduating from Barcelona's academy and moving to England. Reflecting on the decision on the program, the Y Project, Piqué said, "At 17, I made the decision to sign for Manchester United, but I never took it for granted that I was going to play for Barcelona. I knew it would be very complicated." He was among the crop of La Masia players who were told that they could not make the cut to the first team, that, in his own words, did not demotivate him. He said, "At La Masia, many of my teammates lost motivation when they were told that they weren't good for Barca. It never happened to me. Barca was the love of my life, my beloved club, but in the end, life leads you to make decisions you don't want to." Piqué tried to delay the move as much as he could. He was on the lookout for playing time, and the offer from Manchester United was too good to turn down for a teenager. He said, "When I signed for Manchester United, I told Barca, if you pay me a third of what United will pay me, I will stay." But Barca said no. The Spaniard had a chance to train under one of the best managers of all time, Sir Alex Ferguson. Speaking about the Scottish coach, Piqué was nothing but praise. He said, "Ferguson was very, very good at managing the dressing room. He was concerned that all the players were well and happy. Ferguson was more of a motivational figure than a coach, but he had a lot of character." Piqué also narrated a rather unfortunate incident during his time at Manchester United when arrested for breaking road rules as a 20-year-old, but got away with it. He said, "When I was 20, the Manchester United police stopped me for running a red light. I tested positive for the breathalyzer. They put me in handcuffs and took me to jail. But in the end, they released me the same day. After that, I immediately went to the casino." Unsurprisingly, Piqué was asked about Cristiano Ronaldo. The two shared a volatile on-field relationship in La Liga during El Clásicos when they came against one another. However, the centre-back assured that they were in fact on good terms. He said, "Cristiano Ronaldo, I've always had a good relationship with him. When we played together, we met many times with other Portuguese and Brazilian teammates." He also shared an anecdote about Ronaldo and his love for himself that has been narrated several times over by some of his other teammates. He said, "Ronaldo used the mirror a lot at Manchester United. When he arrived at training, the first thing he always did was look in the mirror. It was a lot of fun." Ronaldo's mentality was sensational at Manchester United despite being young, he said. Eventually, after Manchester United won the Champions League back in 2018, Barcelona registered their interest in Piqué, with new coach Pep Guardiola pushing for a move. So there was no doubt in the World Cup winner's mind about his return. He said, "When Barcelona were interested in signing me when I was playing for Manchester United, I told my agent, we cannot miss that opportunity." Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona centre-back department seems set to witness a massive renovation in June. The club currently have the likes of Clement Lenglet and Samuel Umtiti in their ranks, and the primary aim is to sell the French duo. Moreover, the arrival of Andres Christensen as a free agent provides immense depth in that department that already houses Gerard Piqué, Araujo, and Eric Garcia. Given that Barcelona have already signed a new defender for the next campaign, the meeting with Antonio Rudiger's entourage was puzzling. The German international too will be a free agent in the summer, but demands a more lucrative contract of his own. According to reports from Dario AS, President Laporta and Matteo Alemani primarily met up with the German agent to put pressure on Ronald Araujo's renewal and hasten the process. Rudiger is only seen as a realistic option if the Uruguayan international does not renew his contract. Araujo is currently on a salary of €1 million per season, and the club are willing to, quadruple his wages on his new contract. However, even the figures of €4 million would make him one of the lowest paid members of the squad. The centre-back reportedly has offers of €8 million on the table from Premier League and understandably wants more lucrative terms from the Catalans. Barcelona are optimistic about Araujo's renewal, but talks are moving slower than anticipated. If the youngster does not renew, Rudiger is the best place to replace him. However, with the German demanding a salary of close to 9 million euros, one feels Araujo's renewal with improved wages will be the easier option. So callers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.